Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member. Thank you, Ambassador Burns, for your willingness to continue your service overseas. You are the right nominee at the right moment for what is an absolutely critical relationship for the 21st century. And I think in your opening statement, you laid out wisely the challenges that are before us. And so I am particularly pleased, given your deep experience in the Foreign Service as Ambassador to Greece and to NATO, your work leading the Aspen Strategy Group, through which I've gotten to see your remarkable talents of both strategic insight and interpersonal diplomacy. And my thanks to Libby, to the support you've gotten from your spouse and your family across a long career in service. Just a few questions, if I might, because I know there are many others who have questions. But first, I think part of what you bring to this is an understanding of how to effectively deploy that key strategic advantage of allies and partners. And I think you correctly point out that China's greatest current global weakness is the absence of any real partners or allies. So given your experience as ambassador first to Greece and then later to NATO, how do you envision the U.S.-Europe transatlantic alliance responding to the strategic competition with China, the values competition, and how do you think you can best play a role in engaging our allies in the Indo-Pacific and in Europe?
Senator, thank you very much for those comments and for your question. In my entire diplomatic career, probably the lesson I learned most vividly was 9/11. When I was a very new ambassador, I was in my 12th day, and we were hit hard, 3,000 people dead in the United States. And we couldn't reach the Pentagon, the White House, and the State Department because they'd all been evacuated, but my phone started to ring at NATO headquarters, and it was the Canadian ambassador, David Wright, and the German ambassador, and the Italian and French ambassadors. We're with you, we want to invoke Article 5. That's the bond. We invoked Article 5 the next day. And that's the bond we have in our allies. And it's based in part on strategic interests that we have in common, but it's fundamentally based on values and belief in democracy and human rights. And that's the coalition that we need to form vis-a-vis China. And I credit President Biden. When he came to office, from his inaugural speech to his first speech in the State Department to his G7 and NATO and EU meetings, and you know this very well, Senator, because you're so close to him, he has been consistent in saying we're going to succeed most if we're with our allies. And Secretary Blinken has been working tirelessly on this. And I think it is going to be, frankly, most challenging perhaps in Europe. It's not the fault of the Europeans, but it's a big group of countries and a multiplicity of views. NATO is, in one way, the right institution for certain issues, and we're working those there, but the European Union on others. And I would just say, and we had a chance to talk about this morning together, we need to be together on human rights. We need to stand up together, Europeans and Americans, on the Uyghur issue, on Tibet, on Hong Kong, and on Taiwan. And we need to be together on trade because both of us are victims of Chinese unfair trade practices. And think of the power of the EU, the US, perhaps Japan working together. I think that's part of the strategy that we have to operate.
Thank you, Ambassador. I do think we're in an era where concerns about the digital world and the role of the individual in a digital age are also at the forefront. I'm very concerned about the way in which China has developed and deployed the technology to surveil and to censor, to even control its own population, and actions they've taken to export not just that technology, but that attitude to other countries around the world. How do you think we can best work with global partners to offer an alternative vision in which digital technologies serve democratic values, and then to embed that in a common trade framework with the values partners you were just referencing?
Thank you, Senator. This is also a central question. And President Biden, from his inaugural speech on, has been talking about the need for democracies to recognize the threat from the authoritarian world. And that's principally the People's Republic of China and Russia and others around the world. And to see the pernicious misuse of technology to repress their own citizens, and then to try to export that technology in countries where there's a struggle between democratic, small d, democratic forces and authoritarian forces, we've got to be operating all across the world to help the democratic forces and to help blunt this technological impact. I think it's a very important issue. I know the State Department and Secretary Blinken are seized by it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ambassador. I look forward to supporting your nomination and working closely with you. I think better understanding China, better communicating with China about our risks and opportunities is an important and critical role, but also clearly advocating for America's interests and values is an essential role, and I think you'll be an excellent ambassador. I look forward to supporting your nomination. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.